Hey there, it's Kay, and thank you so much for joining me for today's budget video, where today I'm going to be doing my weekly spending check-in for weeks 1 and 2 of June 2021. But before I get started, thank you to my returning subscribers for joining me again. And if you're new to my channel, I would love to see you follow me on my journey by subscribing down below because it's free and it really helps me, and we're getting so close to 700. So I hope that you will follow me on my financial and planning journey. And without further ado, let's get into this budget video. So I've opened up here to my 2-page monthly calendar spread, and before I used to only put my fixed expenses on here, but I have gone cashless now on my journey, and I need to be very diligent in tracking where every dollar and every penny is going now that everything is either coming straight from my checking account or is going on a credit card that I'm directly paying off for every purchase. So I have some tracker stickers here that I'm going to use, and in my monthly budget setup I already color coded everything. And I'm also going to be using some no spend stickers. These are from Lupita Sticky Shop, Lupita Aide. And I'm going to be using something I don't really show too much here on my channel, but this is my skinny mini that I actually track my spending in when I'm traveling, because I don't like to carry this whole big thing with me everywhere. It's just like a really bulky item to have to take with me, either in a backpack or a suitcase or something, and I'd rather just not have to take it with me. So that's all I'm going to be using today. And since it's my first check-in in a really long time, I'm going to be using an erasable pen. This one is a Pilot Frixion erasable, and I put a blue ink cartridge in there just for a little bit of contrast, but it still should show up on camera fine. So first I actually want to write in my, I want to write in the amounts that I gave myself for the month, because I did give myself all of my money up front on my first paycheck. So laundry is the only category that I can't go cashless in, because my laundry card has to be topped up in a machine with cash. So I did take $40 for laundry. And then for gas, I gave myself $60. For allowance, I gave myself $60. For food was $300. And pet was also $60. So those are the amounts that I gave myself for all my variable expenses for the entire month. But I'm going to be checking in for the first couple of weeks, basically the period of my first paycheck, because I get paid bi-weekly. And for my laundry card, I have already topped that off with all $40. So that's already in there and ready to go. And the rest of my spending so far, I've been tracking here in my skinny mini, and I've even got little tiny trackers that I carry with me to notate everything. So we're gonna be going over my spending for the first 2 weeks here. So week 1, I'll put it up to Sunday, and then week 2 will be this week here. So that's what I've tracked up to on here. So this will be week 1 spending and week 2 spending, basically. So let's start with week 1, and I've already blocked off the May 31st spot, so we're just gonna have to move it over here. I did some spending, and most of this was all food spending because I was traveling, so can't really cook or do groceries too much. But let's see, I ordered chilies for $25. And then, let's see, I used some allowance money. I made an order for, I ordered my new Happy Planner from Joanne. I ordered the Pride one because I really like how it's like super neutral layout, and it's a classic size, which I'm gonna try out because normally I either use really big or really small, or just the skinny. I really like the skinny ones for traveling, but I wanted a nice big classic one. So I got that on sale at Joanne for $16.79. And then We got some McDonald's, some McD's. $13.28. That's like really expensive. I don't even remember what I got. And then these are all no spends. So I'm gonna go put in this week. And then McDonald's was on the 3rd. And every other day was a no spend. So that's actually pretty good. I didn't spend that much money. So Mickey, this sticker is very delicate. Or maybe I'm just too aggressive. I don't know. My hands have been very sore from the work I've been doing at work. It's very like aggressive finger stuff. I'm like getting calloused and my joints hurt. So maybe I'm just too aggressive for these stickers. It's really nice sticker paper. I'm afraid I'm gonna rip it just because I'm like, I have like no feeling in my fingertips is the problem. I've like sawed off my fingerprints from work, so I can't feel how rough I'm being with it. Plus, I'm just generally awkward with my hands anyway. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that. And that's why I stopped being a cash user anyway, because just cash envelope stuffings are just too, like, I don't know. But yeah, so that was the first week of June. 4 no spend days. And I only spent about, like, what, 60 bucks? Hold on, we'll grab my sheet and add it up. I'm gonna need this one. So I got my sheets and I'm using some of these gold foil. I'm gonna use these numbers here. I'm gonna have to make number stickers or something to put in here. This is a Recollections sticker book that I got from Michael's. I don't know if it's available because I tried to find another copy to buy and I couldn't. So I'm not sure if they still sell this one. But this is for week 1, and I'll also just put week 2 in here. So my categories are allowance, food, gas, laundry, and pet for my variable expenses. And so for allowance, we added 60. Food, we added 300. Laundry was 40. Oh, sorry, that was gas. Gas is 60. Laundry was 40 and pet was 60. And so for laundry, we do know that I spent the whole 40 because I loaded my card. So there is no more laundry money left. And then for gas, I actually didn't spend anything. So we're still at 60. And for pet, I also didn't spend anything in pet. So pet is still at 60. Ooh. I did spend some of my allowance. So let's go ahead and see. So we started with 60. I spent $16.79, $43.21. I spent $16.79. And then food, I had 2 food charges. So we did what, 25 plus 13, 28. So $38.28. and then that leaves us with $261.72. So that was the end of the first week. That's where I was at, and everything except for laundry still had plenty of balances left. So let's take a look at week 2, because I did a lot of food spending because I was traveling. So look at all these red stickers. And it's actually kind of funny. Let me get my tracker. I'm only going to be using these. So I did go there. I found a Target in the Bronx. It's like at this big mall called, I think it was called Terminal Market. But I found a Target there, and I bought a bunch of sandwich stuff and chips to kind of eat for dinner every night. So I went to Target, which I don't normally do. I'm not a fan of Target, but spent $32.15 because that's like the only grocery store I could find. So I made do. And then the funny thing is I just literally ate sandwiches for like every meal all week while I was gone in New York City. So these are all like my lunch charges. I went to Subway for lunch virtually every day. So yeah, I lived off of sandwiches for the past week. But based on my experience, sometimes that's like the cheapest thing to do. So I have 3 Subway charges. And they're all for various amounts because, you know, I tried to mix it up every day. I didn't eat the same sandwich every day. I did splurge on this day, the $8.70. I got bacon on one of my sandwiches and it added so much money. And then I also stopped at a Dunkin' Donuts on my way home and I got a small coffee. It cost me $4. I needed to be caffeinated. It was like a 5-hour drive to get home. But that's all the spending I did last week. Like I said, it was literally all food. I literally ate all sandwiches. It's really funny in my opinion. So I'm gonna go ahead and place these. So that's Target on Monday. And then Subway Tuesday through Thursday. And then Dunkin' Donuts on Friday. But luckily for me, Saturday, I did not spend anything. So I did manage to have one no spend day. It's really hard to not spend money when you're traveling, honestly, especially like in a city where you have never been before and you don't know where anything is. And that's why I'm like, I just found this little plaza and I just kind of like stuck to it. I'm like, okay, this is my familiar. So let's go ahead and notate. We didn't add anything because I gave myself my entire monthly budget up front. And I didn't spend anything in any of these other categories, but let me keep it consistent and write lines. Still haven't spent money on gas yet, and that's because I had a rental car. And we have rentals. All the gas just goes on a corporate card. So I haven't had to spend any gas money in my own car yet either. So that's working out great so far. So I only spent money on food last week. That's so wild. So let's total all these up. So $32.15 plus $7.61 plus $6.52 plus $8.70 plus 3.97, $58.95. Which, hey, for the long term, if you think about it, I spent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of the week. I spent $60. So that's like $12 a day that I spent, and I was in New York City. That's actually pretty good to live off of $12 a day in New York City. Everything is so expensive there. So let's see, we ended the first week at $261.72. Oh, this is 161. No, I need a 261. 61.72. And subtract 58.95. So we have 202.77 left for food, and we're almost halfway into the month, and I still have 2/3 of my food budget left. So I'm doing really good on that regard. So allowance is just gonna carry over 43.21, and gas will still have 60. Laundry is at 0, so I'm gonna mark it in red. And pet still has 60. So now that I added everything, I'm just gonna go ahead and check everything off, as well as these bills that I know already auto paid. Make sure I didn't miss anything. I think that's it. So there was my weekly spending check-in for week 1 and week 2 of June 2021. And if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It was my first time doing a spending check-in in quite a while. So revisiting the process was a little bit difficult. Thank you for bearing with me on that. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe down below to my channel to continue following me on my journey. And I hope to see you down in the comment section, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace out.